Hello, people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the fuck you are. We're back. We're back again today. I made a watch along, first watch along I've ever done. And what can I say, people? It feels like a fucking lost. Today feels like a lost. Today feels like we were not the best team at the game. Chelsea, they showed us they wanted it more. They played not being afraid of us. They showed us that even with 10 men, you can get a result against us. And it's very disappointing due to the fact that, as we can see, Caicedo got sent off at the 38th minute, 10 minutes later. Of course, with the half time and everything, they scored. They basically did to us what we did to every single Premier League team in the corners. Like, I don't even know what happened. How was Chalobah able to jump in that position? No defender was on the second post. It was such a disgrace. It's such a disgrace, man. And I'm not blaming the manager for it. I think this, again, it's on the players. It's on the players because those guys are playing out there, not showing passion, not showing anything to show us that we can win the league. It's a 10-man Chelsea team. They're not as good as they were years ago. And we cannot beat them. Even though the history has said, over the course of 7 games, we've tied 2, win 5. We had everything in our favour. Gyökeres was on the bench, Jesus was on the bench, Mikel Merino, the guy that was starting as a striker, scored a goal. In the 59th minute, we still had chance to win the game. And we didn't. I gotta say, today feels on the players. Why were we playing so bad? I have no idea. First half, Chelsea was definitely the better team. They play with intent. They wanted to win the game. They looked more like... I'm just gonna say they looked more like really into the game. Like they looked at the team that had to put the pressure on. Like they really had to win. Like it was a must-win game for them. Like it's such a disgrace the fact that we cannot even beat a 10-man Chelsea, and once again we are missing on a statement made on a top 5 team. We lost to Liverpool when they were top 5, and if you look at the Premier League table right now, Liverpool, they're 8th place, 6 losses. They lost to Nottingham Forest at their ground. 3-0, Nottingham Forest beat them. The 16th place. And we couldn't even score a goal against them. We lost 1-0 against a shit Liverpool team. Then we failed to make a statement against Man City at home. We played just the same way we played today against Man City. We failed to make a statement against Sunderland. We tied the game away from home. They were 4th place at the time. And now we're missing a chance against Chelsea again. Chelsea, that 3rd place. 6 points behind us. Man City, 5 points behind us. Remember, we lost an 8-point lead against Man City before. So, it's a pattern of play from us. This season, we failed time and time again to compete against the top, to get results. Not compete, we have competed. We failed to get wins against top 5 teams. Once again. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the players, with the manager. It makes no sense, people. The fact that we are missing to win games against top 5 teams is a worry. And we're gonna have to face Aston Villa on Saturday. Can we make a statement? Can we? I don't think we can. Because the history of this season has showed us that we cannot beat teams in the top 5. At least we can get a tie. That's it. The only team we won against that was a top 5 team at the time was the Spurs, and look, they're 12th now. And the Spurs, we beat them because they are the rivals. That's the only reason why. Because they are rivals. Because we are supposed to beat them every single season. That's the only reason. But we failed today against Chelsea. Another derby. I think that we should be beating with 10 men. Chelsea played an hour with 10 men. An hour. The referee was shit. I'm willing to say it was a 12-man game until Caicedo got sent off, and then it was an 11-man game with the referee who was so shit due to the yellow cards that we conceded. Skelly, he didn't deserve a yellow card from that. It was literally shoulder on Reece James. Reece James went to the ground very easily, and then the referee decided to give a yellow card to Skelly. That wasn't a yellow card. Subimendi, again, weak foul. Wasn't a yellow card. But Subimendi today had an awful game. Subimendi was atrocious today. Skelly, average game. I would have stick with Calafiori if I'm honest. I thought Calafiori didn't have a bad game. He was more versatile, more like threatening going forward. But let's be honest here, the first half, it was Chelsea. First half, it was a Chelsea game. Seriously, like, we couldn't do anything against them. We only had a shot from Martinelli that was a very good shot. Very good save by Sanchez. But in the first half, Chelsea were better. Even with Caicedo off. Those last couple of minutes, they looked comfortable, they looked better, they looked like they were playing with 11 men. And then we move on to the second half. We shouldn't be conceding, especially from a corner, and they literally did the same thing we do to every single Premier League team in a corner. And we had one player more on the pitch. One more player on the pitch. That's the truth. And it's so disappointing that we are conceding a goal from a corner against a team with 10 men. That shouldn't happen. Why was there no defender at the second post? I have no idea. Why was Chalobah in that position? I have no idea. We had one more guy on the pitch. Chelsea were with 10 men. They lost their best player, Caicedo. In my opinion, he's the best player. And we failed. We failed to beat a 10-man Chelsea team. And they played better than us almost throughout the whole game. The only time we played like we looked like we were really going to do something, Timber got the ball away from Gyökeres. But that wasn't Gyökeres' goal. We could have won the game easily 2-1 if it was from Gyökeres. But we have to say as well, and we have to just be honest with ourselves. The only reason why Chelsea didn't win the game was because their finishing is shit. Every single time they could make a goal, they shot the ball away from goal. In the first half, they could have scored 2 goals easily. And they missed because their finishing is shit. But they could have. They could have finished those chances. It would have been 2-0 down. It's such a disappointment, people. That shouldn't happen. Like, it makes no sense. Why every single time we have to make a statement against a top 5 team, either if it's away from home or at our home, we should be beating those teams. We have the squad. Today we had Gyökeres available, Jesus available. Odegaard was back. In my opinion, the only mistake the manager did, and we're going to go through the lineups right here, was Martinelli as a starter. Because Martinelli off the bench, he is an impact player. Martinelli off the bench will score a goal. But when he starts, he's a shadow of his former self. When he starts, you don't see that active Martinelli making runs. He's just like a stick to the left side, and he's not doing anything to make it like easier for midfielders to pass him the ball. And that's why he was off by the manager. And then we played Madueke. Again, another mistake. In my opinion, Madueke should have played on the right. You take Saka to the left. Saka is so good, he can play on the left. We have to remember he was left back. When he came into the team, he was a left back. Similar to what Skelly's the situation with Skelly right now, because Skelly is a defensive midfielder. He's playing left back. So, Bukayo Saka, he could have played in the left. He's so good, he can do the same things he does on the right, on the left. And when he was a left back, he was so good. He could take on defenders and leave them in the dust and make a great cross. So we did have options today to play differently. I'm not blaming the manager at all. I think it was maybe a couple of mistakes, but the players have to do more than that. The players have to be better. The players, they didn't look like they wanted it. The Chelsea players looked like they were on a mission. They really tried their best to win the game, and they could have. even with 10 men, which is a big disappointment for us. Like, that shouldn't happen. If we are going to win the league, I need this team to show me that you can make a statement and you can beat the top 5 teams, and we've missed to do that. Only Spurs, that's the only team we've beat this season from the top 5, and they are 8th place now. No, 12th place now. Liverpool are 8. But Spurs are 12th place now. And we cannot beat Sunderland. We couldn't beat City, Liverpool, and now Chelsea. 4 games that we could have won easily. And you cannot tell me we couldn't beat Liverpool because they were good. We see how shit they are right now. We're looking at it. 8th place. Man City. They are beatable. Leeds United yesterday almost tied the game. They allow Leeds to be back into the game. And they won because it was a great moment, an individual moment by Phil Foden and stuff like that. But they could have tied that game yesterday. So we could have beat Man City easily. The same thing with Sunderland. I think, well, I'm giving props to Sunderland. I thought they were a very good team that game. They made us make mistakes, but we failed to make a statement that day. And now we're failing against Chelsea, and everything was in our favour. Like the referee was shit. The Zubimendi yellow card was a very weak yellow card to give, especially in a derby. And then the Skelly yellow card, again, atrocious. It was literally a shoulder to shoulder on Reece James. Reece James went to the ground very easily. And the referee decided it was a yellow card. That's not a yellow card, but Moises Caicedo got sent off. Cucurella should have been sent off. He got a yellow card and then started making fouls. He made like 5 fouls after the yellow card, and it was no yellow card. Second yellow card. That's a disgrace by the referee. The referee was shit today. The referee could have easily been wearing a Chelsea shirt today. But we're not here to moan about the referees. I think today's on the players. Today, the players didn't show passion, didn't show aggression. Zubimendi had an atrocious game. Eze was not even on the pitch, in my opinion. He wasn't very good. I read a comment from a Crystal Palace fan saying that maybe that was the Eze that they knew from Crystal Palace. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. He literally disappears some of the games. He did today. That's why they made the substitution. He wasn't good enough today. Zubimendi and Eze had an atrocious game. Martinelli, atrocious game as well. Other than that, I thought the rest of the players were normal, average. Merino did a very good job. He scored the goal, but to be fair to Merino and to Saka, that was literally 90% Saka's goal. Merino just had to put his header into it, and that was it. On to the substitutions. The substitutions today, Skelly, standard performance, average, normal. Madueke, he cannot be playing on the left. He has to be on the right. We have the advantage that Saka is so good, he can play as good on the right as he does on the left. So I would have done that. I thought that was a mistake by the manager, but I'm not going to blame the manager. Madueke should be better on the left side. But we have to remember, as I just said, like Bukayo Saka was a left back for us, and his still attacking wise was very good. He can do the same thing on the left as he does on the right. So Madueke for me should have gone to the right side. But again, he didn't have like a bad game. It was standard normal performance for Madueke. Victor Gyökeres came into the game very good. He really wanted that goal. Timber took it away from him in the last dying moments of the game. You need to talk to each other, people. Well, as players, they need to talk to each other. Jurrien Timber shouldn't be there, man. Should have been there, like, to pressure the defense. But if you know you're in a tough spot to get a header, just leave it. Someone's going to be at the end of it. And Gyökeres was on the end of it. Cucurella was nowhere near Gyökeres. Timber took that goal away from Gyökeres. Such a shame. And this happens to us, bro. We've been lucky this season, but today the luck ran out. Because if it was a previous game, I'm telling you, Timber is not getting near that ball, and Gyökeres is 1-1 against the goalkeeper, scoring the header. Today it didn't happen. Luck ran out. Zubimendi, shit performance. Martin Odegaard, when he came into the game, He was very good. As a number 8, I thought he was amazing. The way he helped us, he changed the situation of the game as soon as he came in. He really helped us to score that goal. I would like to try Eze and Martin Odegaard more. Odegaard as a number 8 with Declan Rice and Eberechi Eze. I think that would be amazing. And other than that, that's such a shame, bro. Like, Chelsea played better even with 10 men. And that's a tough thing to say, especially with the season we've had and the results that we've had as well against Bayern Munich and against Tottenham Hotspur. But Chelsea were better today. Chelsea today was the better team. They wanted it more. They were not afraid. They tried to grab us by the throat, even with 10 men, and they kind of did, and we couldn't react. And again, Arsenal Football Club failing to show us, the fans, that we are serious to win the league this season. And why is that? Well, because we haven't beat a top 5 team other than Spurs. We have lost points against top 5 teams this season. That we cannot allow that to happen if we want to win the league. We cannot allow that to happen. On to some of the things that people have been saying so far. I gave a like to the Reece James one, I believe. Well, I'm not going to show any fucking videos because I'm going to get copyrighted. So, basically, Curtis Shaw, completely agree with him. They looked better than us with 10 men. More hungry, more aggression. And that was the truth. That was the truth. They looked more hungry. They looked better than us. They looked that they wanted it more. Just on to what Mourinho's saying. Disappointed because we didn't win. When you wear this shirt, you want to win every game. Well, show me that. You did show me that, to be fair to Mourinho. But the rest of the players today didn't show me that. Subimendi was lost, as I just said. Eberechi Eze disappeared from the game. You're not showing me you want to win against top 5 teams. We could have done things better, but the team showed good mentality. At the end of the game, we did. But when you are facing a team with 10 man, you're first in the league, you need to make a statement. You have to show me you're going to be able to win. You have to show me you have the mentality and the passion and the strength to win games. And we're not doing that against top 5 teams. We're going out there and playing as a shadow of the former self. Because against Bayern Munich we look different. Against Spurs we look different as well. Same thing against Atletico Madrid, for example. Leeds United. Where is that against top 5 teams? Where was that against City? Where was that against Liverpool? Where is that against Chelsea? I'm not looking at it. I'm not watching the passion. Chelsea looked like they wanted to win more than us, even with 10 man. Let me just go because I saw Reece James. Reece James was the man of the match. He said something about it. He didn't have like an amazing game, to be honest. But this is it. I think everyone can see where we are, what we're fighting for. I think today was a big statement. Even though we wanted to win, there's lots of positives from that. They looked with more passion, with more aggression, like they wanted to win the game, like they were really trying to hold on to the home advantage, even with 10 man. That tells you a lot about the Chelsea team. That tells you a lot about them, and tells a lot about us. Because how are you first place, facing a direct rival for the title, they with 10 man, and you're tying the game? They're not even a good team, people. They are lacking a couple of years to be top. And we cannot beat them. And we are supposed to be top. We're supposed to be at the year where we're going to win silverware. And it's not happening. Where's the mentality? Today I saw a better Chelsea team, more hungry for goals, more hungry to win the game. Where was that from us? I'm not looking at it. I didn't look at it against top 5 teams. Why? We should be beating those teams. We should be beating Chelsea. Especially with 10 man. Caicedo, their best player, off. Red card. Onto the showers. Why can't we beat the top 5 teams this season? Our record against the top 6 clubs was amazing before this season. Now we lost to Liverpool, tied with City, a shit City team that we could have beat, tied against Chelsea, a 10-man Chelsea team. And the record speaks for itself when it comes to us being able to beat Chelsea. Because when you look at it, let me just go straight into it. 5 wins, 2 ties. Now 3 ties. We could have easily beat Chelsea today. Where was the mentality? I don't know. I don't know if even... Let me just switch here because I'm looking kind of yellow. I don't even know if it's because we missed the main defenders on Gabriel and Saliba. I think attacking wise we were shit. Let me just switch on. That looks better. I think we were shit attacking wise. We didn't generate anything. Not even with Eze nor Odegaard on the pitch. We only generated the goal because Bukayo Saka was a genius and the cross was great. But other than that, we didn't show anything today. Chelsea was the better team. We were lucky to tie that game. Because I'm telling you people, if you look at the first half, go watch the highlights. Every single time Chelsea could have scored a goal, they shot wide. They shot wide. And the chance that you thought, no, they're not going to score. Chalobah made a header. They could have beat us today. From the first half. They had like 2 or 3 chances where they could have scored. So where's the passion? Where's the aggression from us? Why can't we beat the top 5 teams? We got to do something because now we're going to face Aston Villa on Saturday. And they are 4th place. 6 points behind us. They're 6 points behind us, people. 24 points. They're 6 points behind us. So what is this team going to do to show me we're serious in winning the league? They have to win against Aston Villa. We cannot allow more points to be dropped. We cannot allow that. Such a disappointment. This feels like a loss, especially due to the fact that Chelsea looked better than us with 10 man. We had a couple of sparks, like momentums in the game, but not showing me anything positive out of this game. Gyökeres, glad that he came on. In my opinion, Jesus should have played. We should have played Jesus at the dying moments. I don't know, the 85th minute. Just play Jesus. Take a defender off or take, like, I don't know, someone else off. But play Jesus, play Gyökeres, play Merino, Saka and Madueke and try and get a goal. But, well, those are desperate measures. I would have taken them. Try and get the win, but it didn't happen. Still, I'm not blaming the manager. He did the best he could, in my opinion. The substitutions that he made were great, and it translates to individual mistakes by the players because we had the chance to score at the end of the game. Timber took the ball away from Gyökeres. So, other than that, I cannot believe how the fucking referee didn't show this thing as a red card from the start. Glad VAR intervened. This really helped us to at least tie the game. But yeah, people. Other than that, I hope you have a great day today. Finish the weekend, enjoying it. I know it's tough. We tied. This feels like a loss. We could have won the game, but it is what it is, people. Without further to say, I'm just gonna wish you the best. I'm gonna make more watch-alongs, probably talk about the game as well. The games at the end. See you against Brentford and against Aston Villa on Sunday. Bye bye.